Hello guys, my name is Disney Alex and this is my first ever video on YouTube. So if you do enjoy the content today, make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. Now to start off my YouTube channel, I thought what a better way to do it than start a series called Disney Vacation Tips. And in this first episode, we're going to be talking everything packing. Now, the first thing that I think you need to think about when packing is your suitcase. Your suitcase dictates how much you can bring and how much you can take home. Now, if you are flying on an airline, there are certain weight limits that you can bring, such for Southwest it's 50 pounds. What this means is that if you are going to max out your suitcase, you're going to be really limited on souvenirs that everybody buys when they go to the parks. You also want to make sure that your suitcase is durable, because when you go on a plane, the people at the airport aren't always as gentle as you are with your luggage. Another thing you really want to think about is your shirts, your shorts, and your swimwear. Now, I recommend getting a dry fit material for your shirts because it's really hot down in Florida, and when you're hot and sweaty, the dry fit material is really nice to wear. Now, shorts, you want to make sure that you have a couple shorts. It is okay to throw in a pair of long pants and maybe a long sleeve shirt, maybe towards December or January, as it can be a little bit cool, but most of the time shirts and shorts work fine. Swimwear is also really important to think about, because every single Disney resort has at least one pool in its property, as well as most of the resorts that are outside of Disney property also have pools. So after going to a long day at the park, sometimes your pool might still be open and you can hop in for a quick swim before you go to bed. Next thing you want to think about is your socks and shoes, and I can't stress it enough. Make sure that you bring good shoes. Good shoes will make your day that much better than if you brought flip-flops or slides. I think wearing sneakers is really important because it gives you that good support for your feet. And you'll be walking 10 to 14 hours a day, 3 to 4 miles a day at minimum. And by the end of the day, even if you have a good pair of sneakers, your feet are still gonna hurt. And it's just going to get amplified that much more if you do wear flip-flops. Next, I want to talk about bringing a backpack. Recently, I actually started doing this for myself, and it's really nice as you can carry a multitude of items, such as souvenirs, your phone, a charger, food and beverage. And really, one tip I'd give with souvenirs is don't buy them in the beginning of the day, actually wait till the end of the day, because shops and gift shops will stay open 1 hour after all the rides and attractions close. Now the backpack gives a great spot if you do have little children who might need changing products and things of that nature, and it's really easy. It's better than carrying them around in your pockets all day, and it really gives you a nice relief. Next, you want to think about your hats and your sunscreens. Now, sunscreens are typically a lot better than hats, but you have to apply them 2 to 3 hours, and that can be a little bit inconvenient when you're constantly moving around the park. However, it is kind of nice to have it on, and hats do make it kind of easy, and there are some hats that look awesome, like this one with a Mickey hat that I know you can purchase in the park. Hats are kind of nice. However, if you don't really want to bring hats or sunscreens, don't worry, as most of the time you will be undercover. Most of the attractions are inside or at least under some part of shaded area. There are certain attractions that I know, Goofy's Barnstormer has a little bit more sun than other rides, but It's a Small World is pretty much completely undercover, so you're good there if you don't want to bring these items. Another thing that I recently started doing was bringing snacks on my trips. Now, I don't necessarily bring them into the park, so they add a little bit more to my backpack weight, but I do keep them in my room. After a long day at the parks, I like to come back to my room to some food that I'm familiar with. What I mean is when you go to the theme park and you have a hamburger and a hot dog at Cosmic Rays at Magic Kingdom, for example, sometimes you don't exactly like all the food that you're eating. Theme park food is good, yes, especially if you go to places like Be Our Guest and Cinderella's Castle, but some of the fast food service, you might not like all the food that you eat. So having something in your room that's reliable to eat at the end of the day before you go to bed as a little snack is really nice to have. In addition, something that's really important is bringing those portable chargers. In the top left up here, you can see this is the Anker PowerCore 20,100 milliamp charger, and it can charge 2 devices at the same time, which is really nice, and I personally used it while I was there. It charged my phone 8 to 9 times, and I could also charge other people's devices in my party of 4, and that was super convenient for everybody around me. Now, something to note with this charger is it is a decent size. It's not huge, but a backpack would be needed and it doesn't fit in your pocket too well, and that's why I really think that you need a backpack to help you carry some of these items. Now, if you look in the bottom right of the screen over here, you will see the fuel rod. Now, the fuel rod is in Disney. They have 5 specific kiosks in Magic Kingdom. I'm not sure about the other parks, but I'm pretty sure they're in there too. And what it is basically a system where you pick up a full fuel rod from a kiosk, you charge your phone with it, and then when the fuel rod runs out of battery, you drop it back in the kiosk and it gives you another one. Now the price for this is $30, and I'm not exactly sure how reliable they are. I'm pretty sure they only charge your phone about once for every fuel rod that you pick up. So that's why I do recommend the Anchor Power Core. However, I have heard good results from the fuel rod. And one of the last items that we're going to talk about today is the stroller. Now, of course, this isn't needed if you don't have little kids. However, if you do, a stroller is really important. When you're walking 3 to 4 miles, 10 to 14 hours a day, your little kids and your little legs, they will be tired, which causes grumpiness, anger. They don't get the full enjoyment out of the Disney park, which you're really looking for in your kids. The stroller really gives that extra support for them. Now, another thing that's really nice with the stroller is there are some strollers with cargo holds, meaning that you can have some storage underneath your stroller for other items. What this can do, if you do have a stroller like this, is you don't necessarily need a backpack to take into the parks, as you can leave your stuff in your stroller, which gives a little bit more back relief, which can be kind of nice. Thank you for everybody who watched today on my first episode of Disney Vacation Tips, and today we covered packing, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. So make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Once again, thank you very much for watching. Disney Alex signing out.